Hello everybody, today we're gonna start with a new lesson about what causes an ecosystem to change. So it may be hard to notice, but ecosystems are always changing, and some changes make it difficult for living things to survive or to stay alive. Before we start, let's make a quick review about the ecosystem itself. As we took before, ecosystem means biotic and abiotic factor or factors together in a certain area. So the combination between the biotic, which means living thing, and abiotic, which is the non-living thing, together they will form an ecosystem. So a combination between biotic and abiotic factor together, they will form the ecosystem. Now, what are these changes that may occur in a certain ecosystem? We will divide them into two groups. So, all these changes, we will divide them into two groups. Those that are done by nature and those that are done by living things. So, those that are done by nature are floods, volcanic eruption, drought, forest fires, hurricanes, and others. While those that are done by living things are done mainly by people, or it could be by other living things. So as we said, floods, fires, hurricanes, tornadoes, avalanche, landslide, and others are done by nature. So the common thing between all those is that they are done by nature and they are not done by living things. Let's start with the first event. The first one is about volcano. As we know, a volcano can fill a valley with ash and damage many countries around. So the volcano eruption will be like this. Lava will start going outside the volcano and damage all the areas around. Here we have a figure for a certain mountain before and after a volcano. Before the volcano eruption, it will be like this. And after a volcano ends, a full damage in all the areas surrounding the volcano. The second event is the hurricane. As we know, a hurricane is a very large storm with strong winds, wall of clouds, and a lot of rain. So this is a hurricane which will damage all the areas that the hurricane pass through. So, as we said, they whip up large waves as they travel. They damage all the areas that they pass through. They can cut all the trees. They can damage all the buildings. And they can cause a change in one day in all the ecosystem. The third event is the landslide. As we know, a landslide is caused by a lot of rain which will turn the hill into rivers of mud. Here we have a picture for a certain place before and after a landslide. It was like this. In 2006 it was like this, and after the landslide ends, it will be like this. In 2013, a full damage. So as we said, the main cause for the landslide is the lot of rain. So again, a landslide is the sudden downhill movement of soil and rocks. So soil and rocks in a large amount because of a lot of rain. Here we have a figure what a landslide is. A sudden movement of the rocks and soil so the damage that's caused by the landslide will be like this. Flood. As we know, a flood is an overflow of water into a land that is normally dry. Flood can be caused mainly by two things, either by melting of snow or lot of rain or a heavy rain. These are the main two reasons for flood, melting of snow or heavy rain. So the quick melting of the snow will cause flood. Also a heavy rain may cause a flood. So the flood water erode the soil quickly. The mud and the water cause a full damage, and also they will wash away trees and anything in their path. Another event that causes a change in the ecosystem is the fire. When there is a little rain, fires may be done. Many other fires are caused by lightning. So as we know, a fire can damage all the forest and kill many animals at the same time. So here we have a forest. Animals that are in the fire, they either will die or they will run away searching for a new habitat or searching for safe. So before a fire, the forest will be like this, and after a fire, we will have a full damage in all the area. The last event that's done by nature is the tornado. As we know, tornadoes are columns of rotating winds that move across the ground in a narrow path. As they move, they destroy everything in their path. So it's a rotating wind that can damage everything in their path. Here we have a tornado that can damage large areas. So the other group of events that are done by living things. Now we will have a look on the changes that are done by living things and not done by nature. First of all, we will have those that are done by locusts. A locust, which is a kind of grasshopper, they move as a swarm. By mean they make a big group, large group of about 50 million locusts together. They can eat plants in their path. So they will gather themselves together and they will start searching for food, and they can destroy everything in their path. Another one is that one that's done by the alligator. It's called gator hole, because it's done by an alligator. So the alligator will form a hole that will help it to survive during drought. Other animals may use it as a source of food, water, or shelter. So the alligator will make it, and other animals may use it. So this one is a helpful change. So changes could be helpful in certain time.